I'm kind of blown away. Like the TikTok girlies, sometimes they fail me, but today, honey, this is a win. It looks good.
One step forward, two steps backwards, yeah. Immature lover who don't use.
What's up, you guys? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. So in today's video, we're gonna be doing a first impressions, but not just any first impressions. If you are new here, here's a rundown. I really don't do a full face of first impressions anymore because I feel like it's very overwhelming for me. So I can't even imagine how you guys as viewers at home feel watching. It's just way too many products, way too much information. So I picked about 8 core products that I am gonna feature in today's video. I'm gonna give you guys a rundown. We're gonna do a little mini first impressions, speed review, try on, all that good stuff. And I just find that I'm really able to give you guys my honest feedback on each and every single product without leaving anything out. So if you guys enjoy this format in this video and me, of course, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. It is completely free. And you know what I love to say on my channel, if it's free, it's for me. So if it's free, I know it's for you too. With that being said, I do want to zoom you guys in just a little bit. So let's go ahead and get started on today's video. So let's talk about the new Urban Decay Smiley eyeshadow palettes. They did just launch 2 different versions. They have Mucho Happy and they also have Chill Happy. Mucho Happy has a really nice mixture between neutrals, a pop of yellow and a pop of blue, whereas Chill Happy has those neutral colors. It kind of has like a peachy tone, some purples, and also a burgundy. I think for me personally, I am going to be using the Mucho Happy palette because I love my neutrals. I am a neutral girl through and through, but I definitely want to incorporate some kind of pop of color into my look just to switch things up a little bit. This is what the packaging looks like. It is so stinking cute on the outside. I love how high quality it feels. It comes with a full-size mirror and it also comes with a good mixture between shimmers and mattes. By the way, I'm not sure if I mentioned, but this palette does retail for $33, which I feel like is fairly priced for an eyeshadow palette of this quality. So the first color I'm going in with is called Smiley. It's this really pretty yellow color. I'm gonna use this as my transitional color because I haven't reached for colorful eyeshadow in a very long time. I don't know what it is, but anytime I'm putting something on my eyes these days, it definitely is more of like a bronzer or just a neutral tone eyeshadow palette. So I definitely wanna switch things up for spring and just do something really fun for today's video. To switch gears a little bit, I'm gonna go in with a shade called Blast, which is just a really pretty brown color. I'm gonna take this in my outer V, also just take it in my crease to kind of neutralize things a bit, but I will definitely say that these eyeshadows are blending really nicely over top of each other. Like, it looks really pretty. I'm not having any issues with patchiness. I also think that the color story in this palette is really cute and just really fun. I feel like my eyes kind of look like a little mini sunset right now from the brown to the yellow. Like, I always love yellow in my crease. I think it makes for the perfect transitional color. The next color I'm gonna go in with is this bone colored eyeshadow called Psyched, and I'm gonna use this as my transitional color. Now that I think of it, I honestly haven't used a brow bone highlight in what feels like forever. I remember using it as like a little mini magic eraser. I take it on the highest point of my brow bone and then just drag the rest down, and instantly my eyeshadow will look a million times more blended. Like, definitely a little hack and a trick that I haven't done in a while, but I kind of miss. So out of the neutral shimmers in the palette, I'm definitely gonna lean a little bit more towards the shade Partay. It definitely has bronze properties to it, whereas Spritzer is just like a little bit more copper, which isn't really what I'm going for. So I'm just gonna take it on my finger and then just kind of tap onto my eyelids. Another thing and another way my makeup has changed since having my baby boy is I really haven't been into that very like full glam, very dramatic eyeshadow. Like, don't get me wrong, I love to put on eyeshadow, but it's just a little bit more on the natural side, which I personally really love. I'm just gonna take a brush just to get a little bit more precise, especially here in the very inner corner. And then I'm just gonna go ahead and tap and blend. I'm not making this too perfect or too precise. I feel like there's beauty in just doing things, I guess, very messily. Like, it just looks a little bit more effortless. Seriously though, do you guys see how pretty the shimmer looks on my eyelid? It looks shimmery, it looks glossy, it looks wet. I really love it. Also, this bronzy shade kind of has like specks and flecks of like yellow glitter, so it's really complementing the shade Smiley in my crease. So the only thing I will say about this eyeshadow palette is that it doesn't have a shade deep enough to create an eyeliner, which I'm a little sad about, but it is okay. I always carry my Make by Mario Master Mattes eyeshadow palette with me in my makeup bag, so it's not a deal breaker. But we're gonna do a little bit of a winged eyeliner. I'm gonna use the darkest brown in this eyeshadow palette just to do a really pretty dainty wing to bring this entire look together. So let's go ahead and switch gears a little bit. I wanna talk about mascara. If you've been tuned into my channel or you've been watching me for a little bit, then you know I kind of gave up false lashes. That's not to say I don't wear them, because I still put them on when I wanna look a little bit more done up and a little bit more glam. But I've really been into my natural lashes. I love the way that my lashes look with just a little bit of mascara. So I've been testing out a few different mascaras to figure out which one I love best. And I heard so many great things about this one here by Tower 28. This is the Make Waves Tower 28 mascara. Apparently it's a volumizing and lengthening mascara. Get this, it only retails for $20, which I feel like nowadays is a really great price point, because you can go to the drugstore and find a drugstore mascara for like 15 bucks. So we're gonna test this bad boy out, but first we have to go in and curl the lashes. This one is just by Tweezerman. I have been testing out a couple of different eyelash curlers behind the scenes to figure out which one I love the best. So stay tuned, I'll update you guys in a future video. Now I know what you're thinking. I kind of cheated by going in and curling my lashes. Honestly, I don't care what mascara I'm using these days. I am definitely going in with a lash curler. Okay, so this one has more of a curved brush to it. It definitely is a plastic one. Definitely not into plastic ones that much, but we'll see if this works. So apparently it's supposed to just hug and coat the lashes. So I'm just gonna go upwards and see how well this coats my lashes. So far so good. I definitely find that the brush really helps separate my lashes. So it makes it look like I have a lot more lashes than I actually do. And the reason for that is because they're not sticking or really clumping together at all. So I'm definitely feeling like I really need to go in and just add one more coat of mascara. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm finally done applying the mascara. Let me just say, I'm obsessed with the way that my lashes look. I do feel though that on the right side, my lashes are a little bit longer than the left side. It could just be the way I applied the mascara, or it could just be a me thing. But so far, I'm really digging this mascara, but I definitely wanna see how it wears throughout the day. So I'll update you guys maybe in a future video. So these next couple products I'm really excited about, one of which is a color corrector. This is by Rare Beauty. This is the Positive Light color corrector. I have mine here in the shade Light Medium. I will definitely say this has been sold out on Sephora for a while, I guess for very good reasons. Honestly, a lot of Rare Beauty products are always sold out on Sephora. I'm gonna apply a little bit first, and then I'll probably go in and put this directly over top of my concealer, because this does have a little bit more of like pink undertones to it. So it is going to help cancel out that discoloration. I will say though, the applicator is really nice. It's cooling. Oh, we're into it. If it reminded me of anything though, it would definitely be the Dominique Cosmetics concealer that she came out with a little bit ago. Very same concept, but this one is a color corrector and she came out with actual concealers. I'm just gonna go in with my Hourglass brush to buff and blend this out. It is looking very sheer, very lightweight, very natural, just very fresh, which is very on brand for Rare Beauty. I feel like whenever they come out with a product, it's just very pretty, refreshing, light and airy, which is something I've definitely been into. I could definitely see myself wearing this on a very minimal no makeup day. I mean, come on, look how pretty this looks underneath the eyes. By the way, I'm not sure if I mentioned this concealer, it does retail for $24, which is a fair price point for a high-end product. Let's get into foundation. The girlies on TikTok are saying the Saint Laurent foundation is the next best thing. So of course, I went to my Sephora, I snagged it up. This is the All Hours foundation. It has SPF 30, but get this, it's a luminous matte foundation. This is pretty pricey, it retails for $60, so it better change my whole fucking life, okay? I did decide to pick mine up in the shade MN1, which is medium neutral. This foundation comes in 40 different shades, and it also has hyaluronic acid. So we're gonna see what it's all about. I will say so far, so good. Foundation, very high quality, very luxe. It's in this really nice frosted glass. And I mean, come on, who doesn't love an aesthetic foundation? I mean, that's one of the main reasons I feel like a lot of people are picking it up, but I wanna know if it's good. I'm gonna take my Hourglass concealer brush and I'm just going to put a couple of dots and stuff on the face, and then we're gonna blend it out to see what the coverage is like. I'm very interested in the luminous matte. Like, I've never seen a luminous matte foundation To buff and blend this out, I'm gonna use my Sephora Pro number 56 brush. And I will say so far, the coverage, it's giving coverage. It looks really pretty on the skin. I also feel like this is like my perfect shade match. Don't mean to toot my own horn, sometimes I get it wrong, but this is like really pretty on the skin so far. So after applying this foundation on my skin, I will definitely say this is a full coverage foundation, but it's not a full coverage foundation that looks heavy or cakey or just like too much on the skin. My skin still very much looks like skin. It covered up all of my acne scars, my hyperpigmentation, my sunspots. I'm kind of blown away. Like the TikTok girlies, sometimes they fail me, but today, honey, this is a win. It looks good. I do want to get up close and personal because I want you guys to actually see what I'm talking about. This is my actual skin. This is the foundation. And I feel like you can't even really tell the difference between the two, except one is a lot more flawless than the other. Like, it's unreal. Let's go ahead and move on to the cheeks. I do have the Pillow Talk Matte Beauty Blush Wands by Charlotte Tilbury. These retail for a whopping $42 each. They were nice enough to send every shade my way. I will say this is not a first impressions. I do know how I feel about this product. I already tried 2 of the 4 colors. I tried Pink Pop and Peach Pop, and they are beautiful on the skin. It definitely is more of a matte formula. So if you're looking for a dewy blush, this is not gonna be it. It gives you that really pretty kind of like vintage skin feel. For today's video, I'm gonna go in with this one. This one is Peach Pop. The only downside I will say about the packaging on this is that if you don't completely close it, it will kind of like erupt in your makeup bag. So keep that in mind. I feel like that is something a lot of people complain about whenever it comes to these wands by Charlotte Tilbury, but I'm just going to squeeze a little bit out. Actually, that is a lot. That is way too much. Oh my God. Anyways, I'm just gonna go here and here. And I have been liking to apply my blush in this way. I find that if I apply it straight to the face, whatever I use to buff and blend it out, it doesn't pick up the product underneath, which is nice. So I'm just gonna go in with my Rebuy brush and I'm just gonna tap it out and also put it like on the apples of my cheeks because that's really what I've been into. After blending it out, this is what 2 dots of the blush looks like. It's not very pigmented, but it definitely is a buildable formula. So I definitely feel like the wand is very user-friendly in a sense that you can go in with a little bit, blend it out, and then build it up to your desired intensity. It's definitely not as pigmented as the Rare Beauty Soft Pinch blushes or the Say blushes at all. But I mean, once you start to build it, they really pack a punch. I am gonna jump back into the Mucho Happy palette by Urban Decay, and I'm gonna take the shade here called Blast. And I'm just gonna start rocking it back and forth on my lower lash line just to connect the eyeshadow and just finish off the eyes. I'm also gonna mix in a little bit of Smiley because why not? Then I'm gonna go back into the Tower 28 mascara and just apply a little bit here on my lower lash line because sometimes I feel naked when I don't apply lower lash mascara, especially with this much makeup on. So here's the thing, I had every intention on actually featuring a brand new lip color. I went out and I bought the Moisture Glow Plumping Lip Color. This one is in the shade Soft Nude, but the thing about this is that it's a little too nude for this look. I definitely wanted a pop of color. So instead I went in with this MAC lip liner in the shade Edge to Edge, and then I paired it with Pink Glow, which is a Moisture Glow Plumping Lip Serum by Makeup by Mario. And I think it looks really cute, fresh, and pretty for spring. Definitely not something that I am used to. Of course, you guys know I'm a neutral girl through and through, but this was a lot of fun to just sit down and play in makeup. I'm pretty sure that wraps up all the products that I mentioned in today's video. Let me know your thoughts down below. What products did you like? What products do you want to try? What products do you want to buy? Of course, if you guys want me to try anything out in particular in a future first impressions, let me know down below. Let's have a little mini conversation. And with that being said, I'm gonna go. I can hear Atlas screaming downstairs. I'm pretty sure it's getting really close to his bath time, and I looked down because I thought I had my Apple Watch on. I do not. I'm literally losing it at this point, but thank you guys so much for watching today's video. I love you guys. Thank you guys so much for watching, and until next time, I'll be sure to catch you guys all on the next one. Deuces.